Hello and welcome to the Health Source podcast, your source for all things health, wellness, and lifestyle inspo. I'm your host, Beck Russell, health and life coach and the author of Life in the Soul Lane. Through conscious conversations, our aim is to inspire and empower you to live your most well, happy, and vibrant life. If you're ready to elevate your well-being, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome back to the Health Source podcast. Thank you for joining me here. As always, I hope you're having a fabulous day, whatever you're up to. Before we dive into today's episode, I just realized that I have got an amazing freebie that I have never shared here on the podcast. So I'm going to quickly tell you about that. So this freebie is called Mindful and Motivated Mornings. And this is just a really great way for you to take charge of your morning, take charge of your day with mindfulness and intention. So this is a free resource to start your day with intention and ritual and purpose, and for you to really get the most out of your day and make each day really count and really matter, and starting your day by filling your inner well before you go out into the world, all in just under 30 minutes. So this freebie includes a 20-minute yoga practice, a nourishing breakfast recipe, and also a little check-in journal where you can jot down any thoughts or feelings you're having for the day, your movement and mindfulness, and your food as well. So if that feels like that would be really helpful for you, I'll leave the link in the show notes for you to download that freebie. Okay, let's get into today's episode. So I'm really excited to talk about this topic with you, and that is that you are the CEO of your own life. So oftentimes we can really step into this CEO energy in other areas of our life. So be it our work or with our family or whatever's happening in our life. But sometimes when it comes to ourselves and our wants and needs and desires and our goals and our dreams, sometimes we can let that slip to the wayside a little bit. So I'm just coming in for a little bit of a pep talk for you today to get you back into the CEO position of your own life. So the reality is that you are the CEO of your own life and your own health. You get to decide how you eat, what you eat, how you move, how you think, how you move through your days, how you spend your days, how you spend your time, and who you spend your time with. And all of these things are so, so important. You get to decide to put your own health and happiness above all else if you so choose. You get to decide how you live. You get to decide and create and design the life that you want to live. And how exciting is that? And what a gift that is. And a lot of times we can just kind of get caught up in the day-to-day and the monotony of life and almost let life happen to us a little bit. And I really think it's time now for us to take control and take the power back in our own hands, to be in the driver's seat of our own life and steer our life towards where we would really like it to go. The thing with this is, though, is that you have to commit to it and you have to keep showing up for yourself and for the life that you are creating for yourself each and every day. And of course, there's going to be days where you are feeling maybe a little bit less inspired, and it's going to be up to you to override those lower vibrational feelings, which we all have, and we all experience the full spectrum of emotions. And then there are some days when you are genuinely going to need to sit in that emotion, and you're going to have to sit in that low vibe, and you're going to have to maybe give your physical body physical rest. So it's up to you to determine which camp you're in at the times that that comes up for you. And the other thing too is, at the end of the day, we are only responsible for ourselves. We're only accountable to ourselves. Nobody else can do the work for us. Nobody else can hold us accountable, really, at the end of the day. Of course, we have our coaches and our healers and our mentors that we work with. But ultimately, it's up to us to do the work and to stay on track and to stay motivated and focused and moving forward towards the life that we desire. And I know that there's some things that can threaten to take us off course, and sometimes these can be things like making excuses. So we're all guilty of this from time to time. So if you find yourself trying to make excuses for why you can't do the things that you say that you want to do, you're going to have to catch yourself. And this is going to require you to become super self-aware of your thought patterns and your conditioning and the way that you've always done things, so that you can start to unwind these unhelpful thoughts and patternings so that you can step forward into your full potential. Some other ways that we might find that we're kind of struggling with this CEO energy and moving forward is self-sabotage. There's lots of conflicting thoughts about this topic of self-sabotage. So whatever you feel into feels right for you. But a lot of times when we can feel that we're making progress, for example, this unconscious patterning that we all have of our past self and our past programming that is there to try to keep us safe. And when the nervous system starts to sense it, oh, okay, we're expanding a little bit out of our comfort zone here. This is a little bit of unfamiliar territory, and this is registering in the brain as a potential threat, then it's like, okay, let's just sabotage our efforts so that we can stay small and that we can stay safe and we can stay comfortable. So watch out for these self-sabotaging behaviors. So let's use the example of, say you've started a fitness or workout routine and you're starting to see some progress, or perhaps you're not seeing the progress at the speed that you would like to, and then you have some old programming coming in saying this is worthless, this isn't happening the way that I want it to, or oh, I feel really tired today, I'm just going to chill out, which is totally fine, FYI, if it's legitimate. Or I missed a day, oh, I might as well just blow out the rest of the week and start again next week. These are just some examples of how it might show up for you. So just be really conscious and really mindful of these self-sabotaging behaviors that might come up for you when you are stepping into this expansion and when you are stepping into this CEO energy. The other thing that can happen too is when you start to expand and when you start to grow and when you start to evolve and you start to step into this CEO energy unapologetically, what can happen is that the people around you are used to this particular version of you. And when the energy of that relationship, whatever it might be, shifts, then that can make the other person feel a little bit uncomfortable. And maybe they will start to say things or do things or change their behavior around you that could potentially make you doubt yourself or make you, question your choices, maybe get into your head a little bit about what this new version of you is. So just be really mindful. Of course, it is important to have these people in our lives. We want people that are supportive of us and our growth and our goals and our dreams. We don't want people that are trying to keep us small or that are sabotaging our efforts or trying to get up in our head in a negative way. So just be mindful of that as well. The choices that you are making each and every day really, really matter. I just want to really hone in and just make sure that that sticks in your head. I know that we think that, oh, it's just this or it's just that, or it's just, I'm just floating through this day or this week. And the thing is, like, every single decision that you make, everything that you do or you don't do each and every day, it adds up every hour, every minute, every day, every week, every month. It all matters. It all counts, and it all comes together to weave the fabric of our life. Like, our life is happening right now. It doesn't start next week, or it doesn't start when you get the the thing that you want or you hit your next goal. It's happening right now. And so every decision that you make, everything that you choose to do or not do, how you show up in your life, what you eat, how you move, how you think, how you breathe, who you surround yourself in, your environment, all of these things really, really count. They really, really matter, and they are all coming together to create you and your life. So never underestimate the power that you have each and every day to improve your life for the better and really step into and own this CEO energy, knowing that you get to choose. So just to close this conversation, I want to leave you with the question, what will you choose? What will you do today to claim the CEO energy, to step into the CEO energy, to step into your light, to start to make small movements? It doesn't have to be a quantum leap. It doesn't have to be massive action, although sometimes it can be and sometimes it is. But realistically, it's these small incremental changes and things that we're doing each and every day that add up to really big results. It's the compound effect. So I'll ask you again, what are you going to do today to set yourself up for the future version of you? I hope you enjoyed this little pep talk. I just really love seeing people stepping into their fullest expression. So I hope this landed for you. I hope this is leaving you feeling inspired to step into your own CEO energy. If you loved this episode, make sure you come over and let me know on Instagram. My handle is @BeckRussell_. You can also follow the podcast @The Health Source. And if you think that one of your friends or family members would benefit from this little pep talk as well, feel free to share it with them. And I'm always so grateful for anyone who leaves me a review or feedback as well. That's it for another episode of the Health Source podcast. I'll be back in your ears again next week. And until next time, take really good care of yourself, and I'll chat to you again soon.